Hello everyone and welcome back to another drawing tutorial video. And in today's video we're going to look at what we did last time with the walking character, but this time from behind. Because this will be important to see what the glutes are up to back there, because they are going to slightly change their angles based on the legs. So just like before, we're just going to do the hips here. We're not doing full body for this because that just kind of, for the purpose of this tutorial, that just take up too much time unnecessarily. So right here's our hip bones, they're not going to move. And we'll give slight bend here in the lower back, kind of where it would come up. We can connect. Kind of round these hips a little bit better, like so. Do that. From there, we will have, just to change things up, we can have this leg coming back towards us. So just like before, I don't want it just coming straight down. You can still do that if you want, but I'll have it come in slightly, ever so slightly, towards our center line, just so the walking's a little bit more dynamic. Do that. Then at the halfway point of our line there, we'll have a knee placement. And basically the same idea for this leg, but opposite. So it's coming back in at the same angle, but now it's just at a little bit different there, like so. Okay, so from here I actually still like to just draw the thighs first, because the glutes are going to kind of work around the thighs here. So we'll draw our outer thigh first, and the inside thigh here. Like so. And I'm keeping this pretty swoopy around the knees here because that's where all the tendons are. And so from this angle here behind our characters, you're going to see all of those tendons more than you would from the front. So I'm going to keep it quite swoopy just so we can further express that. And then the calves will be quite exaggerated from the back because there's really nothing hiding them from us. But then on this side, for this leg going away from us, still want it exaggerated, but we're trying to keep it a little bit smaller looking, just to further show that, you know, this character's walking away from us. So just real quick, just to make sure I've got enough room on my page here, I will kind of move it up here. I'm gonna shrink this calf down just a touch. Kind of got too big. Okay, so from there, super simple feet. Kind of have it poking out to the side here, because this foot is raised up a little bit. It's this foot over here stepping forward that's taking all of the weight. So basically this would be like the bottom of the foot here. Here's the heel. Like so. This foot's a little small, so I'm just going to make it bigger. Again, in this construction portion, you're just kind of messing around till you get the shapes and weight that you like. Something like that. In fact, we could have even brought this leg, this left one, in a little bit more, just to make it look like she's supporting her weight a little bit better. But by changing around the foot, it can still look like she's holding her weight just fine. And then we'll just bring this foot down a little bit, Because we still want these to be somewhat staggered. They don't need to be, you know, right down the same position, because then it looks like she's walking with like increments of like 4 inches. So we want her to be having like a stride going. So we'll have this foot kind of up in this area and this foot touching down in this area. So it looks like she's actually covering distance. So from here though, this is the most important part of the tutorial, is how the glutes are going to be reacting to the legs. So basically what we normally do for our, you know, standing characters is we just kind of have the glutes swooping over, you know, like this or something. But for this, they're going to be a little bit different. So like before, I guess I'm just going to change the angle of this here a little bit. So basically this leg right here is coming back towards us, okay? So this glute is going to be is basically contracting, okay? So this glute here, so it's not, okay, I guess it's not necessarily well, no, it would be contracting, never mind, sorry. I'm all over the place today. I've had to record a couple videos twice over because I've been coughing too much in between. So please bear with me here. So this glute is contracting, okay? So it is not going to be stretched and like flopping out to the side or anything like that. Whereas this glute over here, since she's walking away from us, that glute is going to be stretched out a little bit more, okay? So this glute is going to be a little bit stronger, a little bit firmer looking. So how we can express that is basically if we take our little glute line, we follow it down, but then we'll have this glute kind of poking up, okay? So we'll even see it, the tiniest little touch here at the edge, like this. And we'll have it really sort of bending, like so. And then it's not just hanging down like that because his leg's coming up, is coming towards us, so it's going to kind of be bending over that leg a little bit, okay? So we're going to have it bent up just a little, have it nice and strong looking, and then for this one, we can basically do what we normally do and just have it kind of hanging neutrally, like so. Because this leg's is walking away from us, so this glute is going to be basically pulled and stretched, so it's not going to really be all that different. Then we'll just kind of make our thigh look a little bit nicer here. This kind of got to back up here. Just need to get this glute to look right. So we got our hip, and then this glute just barely coming down past it, like so. There we go. So basically we just want this glute here to be a little bit bunched up, it's constricted, so it's going to be a little bit more compact, but it's going to be pulling this leg up, so it's going to be shifting around the thigh rather than the thigh going away from us, where this glute is kind of just being tugged along with it. So it's kind of like a shape. You could almost do it even like that, right? So that's basically what we're going for here. I'll quick do the line art just so we can kind of re-go over the lines, have easier lines for you guys to see as well. So I'll just get the lines in quickly, just tracing over the shapes that we made. From there, I'll do the glute all on one line. along with making sure that its mass is not quite all just at the base like this glute is, but instead it is expressing a little bit more force. So all of that, the meat of it's going to be pushed upwards a little bit. So get this in here for the hip, and then I'll bring these thighs a little bit closer together, just so it looks right. They kind of got a little bit too spread apart on me. Do this. And I still want to make sure that I get this knee thin there. We'll have slightly larger calves here toward us, just by a super slight margin. We don't want to over exaggerate our perspective here, just because she's walking. So we don't want super intense perspective right now. Just so that way it kind of helps show that it's just a casual sort of walk. And we'll do this. Just getting our simple feet placeholders in. There we go. So basically, all we're really looking to show is that with the leg walking away from us, it's going to be stretching this glute, and so this glute isn't going to be quite as perky as the one on the left. And that's pretty much what you want to think of, is that the glute that is getting, you know, pulled by the thigh here. Gonna kind of tidy this one up a little bit. So the glute that is pulling this leg up and back, it's going to be a lot perkier than this glute here, where the mass of this glute is a little bit lower, right? So the main mass of this glute is going to be lower down here, whereas the main mass of this glute is going to be facing upwards a little bit because it's really constricting to pull that leg back. So hopefully that makes sense. And in the next one, we're going to look at a character running, and that's when we'll really exaggerate the perspective between the feet and stuff. So hopefully you found this one helpful, and I'll see you in the